Shout out to the Boxing Voice. You guys are doing a wonderful job, giving the people the opportunity to come on here and get it in the morning live. And if it's true and you standing on business, the platform is here for you. Ringwalk Danny, Ness, you guys doing a wonderful job, man.
Good
You
morning.
know, listen, good morning to you, brother. We're only 18, what are we, Ness, Danny, 18 days away?
I think I don't know, maybe
18
17.
days to December 9th.
Let me look that up. Days.
Well,
And
since you
truly,
bringing
since
that up,
December the 9th. Listen,
17
December the
days.
9th, you
17
will see.
days.
17 days. Listen, 17 days to seeing the best fighter in the world. Don't down him. Let's crown him. Let's, inshallah, get through this victory, and you'll see, and you'll see truly who should be the fighter of the year. I think that kind of performance, put on a dominant performance against Mr. Regis Prograis, Devin is the fighter of the year.
I don't even be getting involved in that. You know how much thinking it take. You gotta
Yeah.
remember
Well,
everybody who
well,
fought and how they fought and how many times they fought, what level they
absolutely.
fought at.
But when you go looking for it, you it's easier to pick the guy that's looking for the drama, that's looking to give the people the fights that they want to see, right? And you have to put them on and win. You know what I mean? And the dominant fashion. So I think that with the dominant performance against Regis Prograis that we look forward to, inshallah, Devin is the fighter of the year.
Before we get into Devin, what's your thoughts on the Jose Benavidez? I seen you tell me my topic was whack, so you don't believe him. You think he capping?
No. I think that it is very much possible. The Benavidez family, are a fight family. I've been with them and following them for years. They're on speed dial. The dad, you know what I mean. I don't take anything away from that. Earl Spence is a legend. The sparring wars or a couple sparring incidents that he's had with Floyd. Floyd Mayweather. Um, you know, two talented, two talented fighters. But I think it's a topic of the past. I think we have a lot of current things that are going on that are super hot, Ness. And that was, and I said it with a smiling, laughing face. And you were laughing as well.
Bill, they're calling you a capper. They're saying there's no way Devin could be fighter of the year when Terrence did what he did this year.
Yeah, well, then we have to say that Earl is in perfect shape and perfect weight and all those things. You know what I mean? We're not able to say that then you beat him, they should fight at the same weight and run it back. I mean? I think that on the part of from the Spence camp, it wasn't healthy, and it wasn't a healthy Spence. They're looking for a different Spence. I think with Lomachenko, it was the best version of Lomachenko, and his team said it as well. There was no shoulder injury the way that they had against T.O. that they said. You couldn't say that it was Salido when he lost to Salido because he was a young fighter, and you chalk it up to inexperience. You had the best version, the most experienced version, the most skilled version in Lomachenko that we faced, and we come up now to face the very skilled at the top of his game, Regis Prograis. So this narrative about older fighters and all that. If Terrence Crawford and I think Lomachenko is the same age.
Now,
Nah. Crawford's older than Loma.
Oh, I wanted you to
Ain't
say it,
Loma
Ness.
30?
I,
How old
I
is
didn't
Loma?
say it.
Ain't Loma 34? I thought he was.
35 maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Crawford's
They're all
Uh,
around. They're,
36.
they're
now
okay. So they're still
35.
around. Yeah, they're still around in the same age bracket. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Terrence is
let's not
36.
down them. Let's crown them. You know what I mean? Let's not say that it was an older Lomachenko and then say that fighter that's older than that can be fighter of the year. We beat a younger fighter, a fighter that was on the pound for pound list. We beat him as a young fighter, coming back off of two victories overseas, and then now to step up in a division That's two wonderful opportunities a young fighter has done that he's most deserving of fighter of the year.
Let me go ahead and play this to get your thoughts. Shout out to
And
Fight
an
Hype.
exciting fight. But listen, why you okay?
It was a shitty fight, I guess I can say.
Him,
Shit, that's the wrong video. Hold
him,
up. That's the wrong video.
Mr. Regis Progress.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I got the wrong video. That's the one on him talking
Okay,
about
so
Shakur.
while you're getting that together, let's talk about the undercard on December the 9th. No other than Montana Love versus Liam Paro. Liam Paro
Who you
versus
picking?
Montana Love,
Who you
whichever
picking?
way that you want to put it.
Who
I'm
you
picking it's
picking?
going to be a hell of a fight. I'm picking it's going to be a hell of a fight. And let me tell you for the reasons why. You have Montana Love out no other than that Ohio, Toledo, if I'm correct. The entire Ohio represents being that Midwest
Cleveland.
Yeah,
represents
he
Cleveland.
from
great
Cleveland.
fighters.
Cleveland.
Cleveland, okay, Cleveland. I didn't want to, and I said that's why I said
Yeah.
Ohio in general,
Yes, sir.
representing that Midwest, represent one of those states in that Midwest, being a fight hub. You got Montana Love just coming in, and he knows that this is his opportunity to get on the big stage himself and headline once again. He's coming in. He's coming in as a co-main. You know what I mean? And we expect him to come in exciting. And on the other side, you got Liam Paro representing where is he from?
Australia.
Ringwalk, the UK,
Australia.
Australia. Okay, Australia. Now you know he's coming in uh, with bad intentions. He's coming in to not only defeat and upstage but embarrass Montana Love because we know Montana Love brings all the flash and pizzazz to the game. So I expected for that to be a hell of a fight. And you know who Liam Paro just got through sparring, right? Ring walk, right? Ness?
I mean, your
Yeah.
story. Your
Well.
story
Well.
shows Shakur was sparring him.
Well, that was an old video,
No,
but no, I mean
no, that one.
I
Okay,
interviewed
that one was 2019. I showed, the clip that was sent over to me from Mr. Stevenson was an old clip when he was showing something that I wasn't 100% sure of why, or what in the clip was super impressive to send me. I was making reference about that guy out of Australia. We talking about Liam Paro that
yeah,
got that big right hand.
I just interviewed him here for the Boxing Voice, and he did mention that he was in town getting work with Shakur in preparation for Shakur's fight, and obviously his fight with Montana.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, the kid then came over here. You know what I mean? He's making his bones and he's making his rounds. You know what I mean? He's getting that polish that he's going to have going into a fight with a Montana Love here. You know what I mean? In stateside.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a good one. I know some people feel that one could steal the show. I know you and the team have other plans, but that is
It's
gonna
all
be.
it's all it's all gonna be a beautiful show, inshallah. You know what I mean? We hope that, every fighter, all the fighters come in healthy and come in their best selves, let the chips lay where they may, and everybody go home healthy.
Now, you got a youngin on the card in Amari Jones taking a step up fight.
Absolutely,
Taking
Rainbow.
taking a step up fight.
Absolutely.
I want to acknowledge that he's fighting another California guy, Kilo the Kid, Kilisto Madera, out of Stockton. Just got done fighting Kevin Newman. He's fought some guys in the sport for sure, guys that we're familiar with. I've been familiar with Kilo. Just your thoughts on that fight. He's 14-4. Mari very young still, so just your thoughts on the fight.
Yeah, shout out to Amari Jones, 11-0
T-
now, ring walk. You know what I mean? He's getting them and he's getting them fast. It's hard for me to keep up because the boy is making moves. But he's 11-0 and he's out of Oakland, California. A Bay Area representative. So we expect big things from him. But right now, he got a 14-4 guy that, he's coming to upstage the apple cart if he can. Of course, in his last fight, he came up a little bit short because he ran into no other than Kevin Newman. Kevin Newman hasn't been a world champion, made to be a world champion, but boy, he's standing at that gate, and he's one of those kind of dogs. Either if you're ready, you can go on through him. If not, you know what I'm saying, you got to go back to the drawing board. So I think that Kilo out of Stockton, right? You said Stockton,
Yes,
Danny.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man. You know what that
I know him
Stockton is
well,
over there in
man.
Stockton, California. Listen, Stockton over there. That Stockton, they ain't playing over there. So to have one of their own, to have an opportunity to go to the home of the Golden State Warriors and the home of Devin Haney to put on a show. Maury, I expect him to come in prepared and ready, but you know what I mean. It will be a step up fight for him.
Yeah, man. When I seen that it was Gilesto, I got excited. He's definitely a good fighter. He's gonna make the fight too, so it'll give Omari some openings. I watched the Kevin Newman fight because, I rock with Newman, and Newman outboxed him. Won, I think it was 8 or 10 rounds, but he didn't
Yes.
stop him. So if Omari could stop him, obviously he's sending a statement.
No, no, absolutely. As a young fighter, to be victorious, and obviously if you can get a stoppage, you don't get paid for no overtime. So if he can go in there and handle his business, but of course we want to, we pride ourselves on being technicians, being surgeons, using precision and timing, versus brawn and brute, you know.
Truth be told, though,
So we'll
Bill.
see.
Truth be told, the one I'm excited for is Shamar Canal, man. He's taking a huge step up. He's going to be fighting a common opponent with Keyshawn Davis, Eric Puente. I mean, this dude's never been stopped either, and he's fought big names. If my boy
Uh,
Amari can,
Shamar.
come, yeah, if my boy Shamar could come out of the Venado Lopez camp and the Robinson Consecao camps and make a, exciting, which is important, performance here, it could speak volumes. This kid has faced Dominic DeValle, Eric Puente. I mean, the list goes on and on. This is a tough, durable name. Keyshawn Davis fought him and didn't stop him. This is a tough, durable name. If Shamar can do something here, you know, he might change people's opinion of who he is and what the future has in store for him.
Oh, absolutely. Another step up fight. One thing that I explained to the crew is that we were going back to Oakland and you couldn't be light footing, sugar footing. You couldn't be fucking around, You had to go back to the town and we got to be on business. Shamar Canal, the boss Canal is what we call him, out of that Harlem, New York. You know what I mean? Great family that's 100% behind him. I get a call from my good brother, Robert Brewster, every morning about things about Shamar Canal. So we expect big things, but at the same time, to go to that town, to go to that home of the Golden State Warriors on December the 9th, you got to be ready to go. And that's why I really applaud and I commend Devin for not taking just a soft touch, not just going back home, and relying on just the fans to support him, but bring fighter like Regis Prograis that also has support. His story is quite an underdog story. He went across the pond over there and came up short against no other than Josh Taylor and Josh Taylor's backyard. So, but in a close fight. So, we know that Regis is a live dog to say the least. You know what I mean? And we expect fireworks on December the 9th. From the top of the card to the bottom of the card. From Shamar Canal, you know what I mean, to Amari Jones, to the Montana Love, versus Liam Poirot fight, and and some other fights on there. But just to mention those enough says a lot about what's going to be happening in that San Francisco Bay Area, California.
Since we talking the card, don't wiggle out of this one. What's up with Andy Cruz's opponent? Hector Tananada pulled out, and there's been no announcement of the co-main opponent, right?
No, it ain't co-main. Montana's co-main.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But
still,
what's
yeah, he.
Listen, Ain't listen, you never make me wiggle and I don't do no jiggling. You dig what I'm saying? I never dance, you know what I mean? I never dance because we ain't in a romance nest. Now come on now. What is the question again? Because
Do
I
you
was
know?
so
Do,
sidetracked. I was
do
so
you know?
sidetracked by the introduction. Huh?
Do you know who is Andy Cruz's opponent on the undercard? He was supposed to fight
Listen,
Hector Tanarana.
I
Tanarana
tell
pulled
you,
out.
I tell you who's Andy Cruz's opponent. Andy Cruz out of Cuba. You know what I mean? No other than the Olympic gold medalist himself, right? Coming out of Florida. You know who his opponent is? A loser. You dig what I'm saying? Because guess what? We're having problems getting him an opponent. If listen, whoever we get, come out and see Andy Cruz because it's going to be exciting. Whoever it
Damn,
is.
so we don't got nobody 9 days out? That's crazy.
Listen,
17?
let me
What the
tell you.
fuck?
Same shit.
He
Let me tell
said
you.
nah.
Listen, listen. When you hear Andy Cruz's name, you don't see nobody raising their hand. Ness, we doing our job. How many people is raising their hands talking about they gonna knock off Andy? You know what
What
I
fight
mean?
he what
We
way he
doing our
fighting at,
job.
Danny?
35.
They ain't call Maxie. You know they ain't call Maxie, Bill. You got Maxie on speed
Oh
dial.
no! Hey, listen. No other than the dependable, out the UK, hard-working, blue-collar
That's
Maxie
fucking
Hughes.
right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's gonna show up and get it in, and
What
anytime,
about your boy
anywhere.
to go?
You know
You got to go number on
who
speed dial.
to
Pretty
go?
sure
Peter
that's
Khan.
any job though.
Peter
Like,
Khan. I think
I
to go.
mean, we
I
ain't gonna
think.
sit around. Tell him, Bill, we don't sit around letting nobody do our job.
no, no. I mean,
We trying to
Listen.
sell
When,
pay-per-views, baby.
no. I mean, I hear
listen.
you. I'm just saying.
You talking about
I'm gonna
any
tell you this,
job.
and everybody
DHP
talk
is their
about.
own
Listen.
promotion.
I'm just saying. You know,
Right, and listen,
is they
and
making money
everybody
off
give us.
Eddie?
I
Hey,
mean,
listen. Let me
hell yeah,
tell
they
you this.
gonna make. What you mean? The total number of pay-per-view bars is what matter. If you get a good opponent for Andy, that ain't gonna make it more interesting. Danny be very pessimistic.
Listen. Whatever it's going to be for Andy is going to be interesting because we you see Andy, you know what his Olympic pedigree is. You know it's only a matter of question is what the team, a great team in Boise, you know, Ennis is doing with him. You know that's a great team over there. You know so whatever it's going to be, it's going to be what it is. You know what I mean? But the one thing about it, I don't see the line being around the corner asking for no fight with Andy Cruz.
Well, Bill, talking about going back to the town and going back home, having to stand on business. I wanted to bring up some business. Uh, as of right now, 100% of the lower bow tickets have been sold. So the lower bow's 100% sold out for December the 9th. There is about
Hmm.
30 tickets on the floor remaining, very limited.
Hmm. Right.
Upper bowl has been opened and a few hundred have sold there. About a little less than half of the upper bowl is remaining. I mean, how's it feel to be in?
According to Regis, it's 12,000 tickets sold.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I
12,000 tickets go to 12,000 beautiful and quality people. You know what I'm saying? We're getting quality in the house. Remember, there hasn't been a boxing event, and especially a boxing event like this ever in the Bay Area, right? And then it hasn't been an boxing event in how many years, Ness? Danny, you would know. When was the
shit.
last, say, Ward fight?
Oh man, it
Wow.
was before COVID, so like
Hell yeah.
2015, 2016 time frame.
Yeah, so that'll say when you can get 12,000 people in a market that hasn't had boxing in quite some time, you can tell that it's fireworks. You can tell that the people of the Bay Area, great sports fans, are really coming out and getting behind this event. And one thing that I can say, like I said, is to bring in a guy from New Orleans, a guy that represent that grit and grind, that represent getting it out the mud, to put to clash with a superb talent like Devin Haney. It's going to be amazing, man. We're looking forward to it. Actually, it can't come fast enough. We're in the process of what we call landing the plane. That's when those final pounds come off. You know what I mean, and you get into karate shape. You get that karate body, that action figure body, and it's everything is on speed. So that's where we're at in camp. Devin is healthy. No injuries, you know what I mean? No aches and pains other than the obvious, from the toll that he puts on, you know what I mean, to put on that performance on December 9th. So, you know what I
So
mean, we're a great place.
to answer your question with some accuracy, it's the first title fight in the Bay in 13 years since the Chad Dawson fight, which was in Oakland, and the first title fight in San Francisco, I think, since Mayweather in like '01 or '03. It's been about 20 years since San Francisco has seen a title fight.
And who in San Francisco, who was the last person?
Floyd.
Wait, ring walk, say it one more time. Who was the last person so I don't have to say it?
Floyd Mayweather.
So, Floyd
Bill,
Mayweather. So Devin Haney is waking the San Francisco Bay Area and bringing him a title fight that hasn't happened since what year, Danny? So I can just be specific.
Since the Jesus
2000,
Chavez fight in 2001.
2001. You know what I mean? So, inshallah, alhamdulillah, that we have this opportunity, to leave and to go be road warriors and then to come home warriors, you know what I mean? And to bring in a guy like Regis Progrias, you know what I mean? I'm expecting fireworks.
Bill, let me show you this here from Regis to get your thoughts.
Is going straight to the top to face you. He has to be commended for that. What do you feel that he was the best 135-pound fighter in the world?
Resume wise, yes, because you can't argue with undisputed. You just can't argue with it. Resume wise, yes. But at the same time, you still got Shakur, you got Tank. I think Tank is a better fighter. Shakur, him and Shakur, kind of on the same level. Some people say Shakur better, some people say he better. I don't know, but at the same time, resume wise, you just can't argue undisputed. He was undisputed. He still is whatever undisputed at 135. So he has all the belts. So it's until they fight, you will never know. But resume wise, yes.
Thoughts?
Well, I mean, he started out wrong, and the only thing I was thinking about was Devin hitting him right in his forehead where he had that little mark right there with that jab, popping that jab, bing, bing. But he ended correct and said that Devin is the guy. And with those kind of accolades, we never had to fight him. We never had to fight a tough fighter like him. He just is tough. He ain't playing. You see, he working, marked up, taking the interviews. He's serious and he promoting and he talking. It's shout out to him and all that he's doing. He's giving the people the raw, the sweat behind the scenes. Unlike what Lomachenko did in that last fight. Loma asked for a lot of money. We gave him the money and then he went ghost. He never told the people what he was going to do. He never, you know what I mean, gave him no fight predictions really. You know what I mean? He just was Loma. So we took it at face value, promoted the fight. Now I'm saying this for Regis. Now he just has to stand on business because every fighter I go into it confident and so on and so forth. But sometimes or not sometimes, the people want to know behind the scenes. They want to know what's happening. That's the part of promoting the fight is letting them know what's going on, getting them roused up. So Regis Prograis, I've been seeing him working and I've been seeing his strength and conditioning coach. Them guys is professionals. And anytime you have guys like that are professional outside the ring, they're on their business inside the ring. So we don't take them lightly at all. And I'm gonna tell you this, where he says Tank, um, he raised his hand for Tank. Tank never answered the door. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko knocked on the door. Um, Jorge Linares, all them knocked on the door for fights with Tank, but Tank didn't answer, and Dev did. So when we speak on the culture and we speak on all that, that's where representing the culture and representing being the face of the sport. is the guys that's raising their hand that are qualified, that you give them an opportunity. What we did was change the stereotype that you have to have a Latino and a brother to be that perfect combination, or you have to have a brother and a European fighter to have that right combination. We want to break down that stereotype and take two young brothers, both needing these fights, both with good resumes, um, to no other than San Francisco, Oakland, California, our home, right? Because my mom, I grew up, and y'all know I always talk about my mom. My mom being a woman that was active in the 60s. I'm an 80s baby, but so I made all the wrong mistakes. She being a 60s baby, she taught us independence. She taught us, being black love and being strong and keeping your head and your chin up. That didn't have to come with money. That meant having pride, black pride, and for us to hear that two blacks don't sell, man, y'all be whispering that shit. That shit don't make sense. So we gonna wake their ass up on December the 9th at the Chase Center, home of the Golden State Warriors. Devin the Dream Haney versus Regis Rougarou Prograis for the WBC 140-pound title.
Bill, will it be received with criticism if you don't get to the 14,000 or above? Because obviously there are the detractors that say that Haney only did 14,000 because he had the
Listen,
dance partner in
tell them
Loma.
settle down. Tell them settle down. There's only some seats up top. Hey, listen, and if it gets close, I'll buy them and give the rest away to charity and people that come in and see that are unfortunate that can come into that Chase Center for the first time. The beautiful state-of-the-art arena will be sold out.
So you're not worried if you don't make the
The arena
14,000.
will be sold out. And listen, to all my people around the world, listen, if you hurting for a certain, guess what? Come in and come experience this wonderful opportunity, even if it's on our dime. I'm saying we're 12 in. I'm telling you, it's gonna sell out. It won't be a seat, it won't be a seat available, Ness.
All
Nah,
right.
I mean,
I-
look, tickets have
Get them
definitely
now.
moved.
Listen, get them now. Listen, get them now before I bring my whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We about 4,000. We about 4,000 strong, Ness. You know what I mean?
Bill, I do want to talk about your new affiliation with Jermaine Ortiz. It's been received both positively and negatively. So I want to first give you the opportunity to tell us what that union consists of, and then we'll get to some of those comments.
Listen. Listen, great fighter, Jermaine Ortiz listen, he put in a lot of that work for us looking at when I got a chance to sit ringside and watch him against Lomachenko. Was impressed by him, and just as much as I'm impressed now, I don't need a title other than being, 100% supportive of the young man and their team and what they're doing. You know what I mean? Both him and Edwin, you know what I mean? I've grown to grow a relationship with both of those young men, and the world already knows what's happening with them. And if there's anything that I can do to help or be a part of it, you know what I mean? I'm here, baby.
So, I mean, you told me that you will do whatever is needed of you, but we've seen you training them. And
Well,
is
that's
it
what that's
only
what
gonna?
that's what the ultimate guy in boxing, right? The utility man, the manager, the trainer, and all this. If you study all the greats of yesteryear, you know what I mean. You had to be able to do it all. You know what I'm saying? I came up working under Yoel Judah, Zab's dad, up under Floyd Senior, up under Eddie Mustafa, Roger Mayweather, up under these guys. So I understand the business and I understand it from the very bottom, to of course matchmaking, to of course, every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So promotion, so on and so forth. So everyone on the team remains on the team. No one has been fired or anything like that, or no one. It's an addition. It's bringing me on as an addition. You know what I mean, to keep that ball rolling to the top.
How's that feel for you as a trainer and manager, just for your work to be acknowledged and obviously seeked out, from other camps, other trainers, other fighters?
Oh, absolutely. You know what I mean? To get the respect of your peers, that you can be an addition, you can come in and be of service. That means everything, Danny. You know, and whoever that might be. Fortunately for me, being embraced by the beautiful people over there in the Dominican Republic slash Puerto Rico community, it's all love, baby.
So obviously on Twitter, a lot of people are giving you, tons of credit for linking up with Jermaine, and they believe you're gonna assist Jermaine from a business standpoint. Is that the
I'll
vision,
tell you
or is
one
it
thing. I'll
more?
tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing about Jermaine. You won't forget about him. You see what I'm saying? That young man is ready to go. And if it's being a voice of letting the people know here today, he was over there in the gym the other day. I mean, listen, I seen some shit in him that they working on that I came in and we touching on and we talking about. You're going to see a different version of Jermaine Ortiz when next time he steps in the ring. That I can assure you.
So can you confirm that you're gonna be helping in the training aspect or the managerial
What
aspect?
Well, no, the one thing that I always do is I let the team, I let the person that's in charge, and my situation, of course, with Devin. Devin makes the announcements or any of that. You know what I mean. But I do confirm that I have a working relationship with them. You know what I mean, and what they define it as or call it as, let's leave that up to them.
Again, because some people believe it was a great idea, that the both of you guys getting together is going to be great, but there are people that are receiving it negatively, saying we lost the fight in Jermaine. That you're doing that to not let Jermaine get the fight with Haney, or that you're doing it to get a first hand look at Shakur, because obviously Jermaine is all that could possibly be next for Shakur. Um, will you be in the corner for Jermaine if he fought Shakur next? Because I interviewed Jermaine. He definitely wants to fight next, and he believes he'll beat him.
Absolutely.
Will you be in the corner if
Listen.
that fight happens?
Hey, listen, like I said, whether either way, you know what I mean. Whatever Jermaine decides, Champ is gonna pick his corner like he's been doing throughout his fights. Of course, I'm here, and and I'm here and I'm available. Like I said, in whatever capacity, and that's a lot goes with being having Devin and being in the position that I'm in with Devin allows me to be in certain rooms and discuss things that obviously can benefit Jermaine as well. We just look forward to working together. We've talked about it, but how that looks alike, that's yet to be determined, and will be announced from them as well.
All right, all right. Bill doesn't want to give me nothing concrete here. I wanted
Well,
to
I'll
hear
tell you
that
for
you
long.
got an advisory role, that he's gonna,
Hey,
No, how
listen.
the
you
fight's
want?
gonna run past
How you?
you.
I'm saying how you he can't give you answers. He don't got.
I
You know what I'm saying?
mean, he said he gonna be whatever capacity they need, and from the looks of it, they need help getting the right fights.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Look, in whatever capacity that they want, but it's a great team over there, Ness. They got a great team, great energy over there. And when you talk about it's a charger. When you talk about Edwin wants to fight too. Both Jermaine and Edwin. Edwin wants to rematch, and Jermaine wants to fight. So, uh, but one thing that I've known is Shakur, I think, has talked about Jermaine. He's talked about wanting to fight Jermaine as well. So, shit, it's good both ways, right?
For sure, for sure. I seen you posted FaceTime video with Edwin De Los Santos, and from the caption, it looked like you let him know that Shakur wanted $1 million to spar Devin, and you reached out to Edwin for work. Is that the correct
Yeah, that was the
interpretation?
southpaw, right?
It
That was
is.
the
He
southpaw,
is.
right?
He is.
Okay. So so this is nothing new. This is what this is what this is what we do as coaches, trainers, right? Is bring in that kind of work. We as motivators, we bring in the right kind of work, whatever it is, on whatever level, depending on that fighter, you know. Um, and the sparring with Shakur, we've been doing that shit since they've been kids. It ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Come get that work. You know, ain't no, right? And the place, you know, the place has both of their face on the building. They both put in work there. So I gave him an invitation to come on and spar. You know, he's just got out of fight, so he's healthy. He's rehydrated up. You know what I mean? And come in and help us out. He
Now,
declined for it and
give me
said,
some
he,
give me some clarity there, Bill, because Shakur's telling you come to Houston and I'll spar Devin in Houston, but it's got to be $1 million. But I
and the
mean, he's on
judges, and the judges,
but
wait, and the judges.
he's also on Twitter saying he was hurt in the fight. So how could he spar you for $1 million? Was he hurt and that's why the performance looked the way it looked, or is he
No,
not
he didn't
hurt?
say. Yeah. His tummy was hurt. It wasn't no hands. It wasn't anything like that. He
His
had a tummy ache.
what?
His tummy. He had a
You
tummy ache.
terrible, Bill. What the fuck?
No, he did. No, I'm saying this. How just like you said, if you can spar, if you can fight on Thursday and spar, I mean fight on Thursday and spar on Tuesday, right? Because he said the only reason he couldn't spar is because he was out of town. So he said he's still available, but he's out of town, and we have to get together some judges and $1 million and some whole other shit that's too complicated going into this fight with the Regis Prograis. But if you're a hellified trainer that has connects and all the stuff, and you're going into a fight with the Regis program, you got some good sparring like a Shakur or Edwin or something like that, then you cooking good looking.
So I feel like you trolling Shakur a little bit because the FaceTime call with Edwin had a song with the Spanish lyrics that said something like, and I'm paraphrasing, the song's not there, so I'll just say it sounded very close to the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but it was a lyric. So yeah.
Wait, the
I don't know.
Spanish
No,
song?
I
actually,
like
the lyric said, I'm running with God
God.
and your enemy. So Edwin posted, right, and Bill posted, but the song is saying, I'm running with your enemies and God is on my side. So that's I took it as you trolling. Look at his grin. This guy's dead.
I ain't know you spoke Spanish, Bill.
Paquito.
Everybody got to get them a Bill Haney on their team. Yo, you funny, yo.
Yeah. No.
That's crazy.
But you know, when you talk
Nah,
about
who
getting it out the
recommended
way,
that song, though? Don't move on. Who recommended that song?
hey man, listen, I got some beautiful Spanish people in my life, beautiful Latin brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? And you know, I don't understand everything, but I understand, you know, the right I understand the right song to put on at the right time to set that mood where it needs to be. You know what I mean?
Word. Yeah,
Oh,
man. So I
man.
got a caller that's been calling in trying to get people to bet him. He believes Devin will at least score one knockdown.
Hey, listen, Devin is coming in. He's gotten better and better. I'm expecting the people to be surprised in the growth, and it's only been a few months. But his dedication to the sport and his commitment, man, is You know what I mean? Second to none. That's why I said you can no longer down him. You have to crown him. No one, like I said, they're undisputed, and he steps up in weight class, um, to fight another champion, and inshallah that he's victorious. He's definitely the fighter of the year.
Now I know he's mature, and obviously he's beyond his time because he's one of the, he's the youngest undisputed. But we've seen in the past that he cares whether or not he hurts his opponent. And then we seen that Zorrilla put down Regis. How do you get him to not get caught up in trying to trying to go for the knockdown or the knockout because he believes that Regis is vulnerable based off the last fight?
You know what? It's just getting in and out of the ring. The more experienced that you are, you learn. We've learned on the job in so many different ways. That fight with Linares, learning that you can be cooking, and a fighter, an older fighter with experience, still can carry his power throughout the fight. Um, Regis, man, I can't say enough about this. And you know what I'm saying? And it's going to bring out the best in Devin for the people. You know what I'm saying? We can't, we're not looking for no pushovers. Everybody that we pulled up to, you know what I mean? Either we fought them or they declined to fight him. Either we put something on the table, right? Or we waited on them to put something on the table. Devin is the best fighter in the world, man. And definitely, inshallah, after this victory and dominate in a dominating fashion. Because here, Mr. Regis Prograis said that he want to start boxing. No, no, guy. You know what I'm saying? Come in and do some of that destructive shit to Mr. Pillow Fisted Devin Haney that you said, no, I might start boxing. No, because when you feel that shit, you know what I mean? You're going to back up like everybody else do. You know what I mean? But the only thing is different is when you back up, we might come get you.
Bill, since I got you, I gotta ask about the Jared Anderson ordeal. What happened, and can you assure us that it's not gonna get taken to the street? The way I interpreted, I felt like Anderson is saying to Devin, "Say that shit when we see you." So I seen
Well,
you stepped in. So did you at least clear that up so that it's not a situation outside of the ring?
from a competitive standpoint, all them chumps that's talking that shit in boxing, listen, ain't no we, it's only you and him. I put Devin in boxing. I want all the parents around the world to put their kids in there and let their skill set determine how great they gonna be, and not their team of cronies, of hanger-oners, of Captain Sabums, and the rest of them. You know what I mean? On that night when it's bright, it's only gonna be my son and his opponent, and everybody on the outside of the ring gonna have to sit on their hands. You dig what I'm saying, right? Or stand on their feet. And that's one thing about boxing that I love, and I put him into it because I said at the end of the day, you're gonna be matched up against a guy that's your same size, or no, your same weight, and around about the same size. So Big Baby, he came in with that heavyweight bullshit. You know what I mean? And he needs to be focused on him and a task. We ironed it out inside the DMs. We talked, came to a mutual understanding that's between our team and Shakur's team. That's between Devin and Shakur, and not towards Big Baby. And when I mean team, I mean those in the corner that actually are with Devin fighting or developing the strategy. They got some skin in the game. That, you know what I mean? You're going to, come here, hold your head high in victory or defeat.
For sure, for sure. Now, I do want to address the fact that you said in your DM to him, I can't find it, but if you got it, because I know you do, send it to me so I can screen share, because you said to him, and I'm paraphrasing, you can correct me where I'm wrong, you said something like, I know you would have took that 25% offer, and he didn't answer that. Then you followed up with something, and said, "Look, I'm gonna always be with you, but against you if you're. I mean, I'm for you, but
Absolutely.
it's
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, I'm with him. I told him, I said, listen, I said, big baby, champ, I already know you, knowing him and how he's getting at me and giving me the energy that he's giving me. I said, man, I ain't gonna doubt or play with you that you would have took. You would have took the offer. You know what I'm saying? That you would have took it at the 25%. You waiting on your opportunity, right? And I said, but I said, I'm not gonna go against you. I'm gonna root for you, champ, against everybody but my family. Everybody, if I got a fighter in there, then of course. But as long as I don't have a fighter, there I'm rooting for you, big baby. You know what I'm saying? And going against Dev, of course I'm gonna be on your helmet. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. I would expect for him and to do the same if he's when he becomes a father or if he is a father. You know, so or if he's a coach, trainer, or manager, either one. I'm gonna still be on your helmet about Dev.
all right. I actually found it. I believe. No, I didn't. But were you shocked that he didn't say anything about like? Cause you said I know you would have
A
took the
blind man
offer.
could tell. Listen. A blind man could see that Shakur should have took it. Um, but Shakur first should have never said the shit that he said about Devin not being who Devin is.
I
You
found
know what
it.
I mean? And not wanting to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? So then I came back and I said, listen, man, Ness, Danny, man, let's knock all this shit off, man. Just come on and let's y'all spar. You know what I'm saying? We close the door, put the cameras up, and let them work. Right?
But this
The man came back
specifically,
to
the
me.
fact that you said I
The man,
know you would have
the,
took that offer, champ. Big things in your future keep coming, keep going. Then you said make smart moves in life, big fella. I'm cheering for you against everybody but my family. And he says the realest shit I ever heard you say. Now, do you think he's responding to the second message only, where you're showing
no,
support?
no, no. It's both. It's both. He was responding to both of the messages, saying it's the realest shit that he ever heard. Make the smart moves because I told him, I said, I know that you're gonna make the smart moves. You would have made that one for the 25%. Keep making them smart moves, and you know what I mean. You're gonna be where your vision has you been.
All right, all right. Well, let me see what the people got for you before we let you go. Danny, you got anything?
Uh, you might not know the answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. We spoke to oh man, my God, Joe McCrowski from Dazn, right? And we was
Okay,
we was talking
Joe.
about how in the recent past with their pay-per-views, they've made it available on ESPN as well. There was some rumors that this pay-per-view with Devin and Regis might also be distributed via ESPN as well. Do you know if the zone is gonna work with ESPN on this one or
No, nope. I don't know that. Of course,
okay.
they're the zone is the official distributors, and you know
Correct.
Joe. Joe is doing he's doing a wonderful job. He's done a wonderful job by us, and we got faith that if the decision was to make for it to be distributed with ESPN, you know what I mean. That would be an executive decision that the lawyers and all them would talk about.
I got New York Bullet. What up, coach? How do you see a fight with Jermaine Ortiz and Stevenson going if they do the fight? Blessings.
Uh, if if Jermaine got in with me in this corner with what I know about you, it's not gonna end the way that people think it's gonna be. It ain't gonna go the way people think that it's gonna go. If I'm involved, I can say that.
Hmm. Let me see what else we got. James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. Out of curiosity, whose boxing commentary have you enjoyed most, either past or present? Can't wait till December 9th, coach.
Uh, I like Roy. I like Roy. That sticks out. As soon as you said that first, I think Roy. Roy, because Roy was real. He showed he kept it real. You know, yeah, Roy Jones stands out most.
Huang in Houston, brother Bill, tell Dev I've nicknamed him. Man, he want me to read Arabic. Abu Du Huang, may Allah be pleased with him, since he goes out and battles with no fear. Did you know
Absolute
him?
alhamdulillah,
Okay.
mashallah,
We got Gator don't play.
alhamdulillah.
Will Devin vacate another title in favor that Jermaine will be able to fight for that at 135?
Yeah, we could possibly, I don't know. Dev said either way. You know, we might even go up to 147. We can go to 147, go down to 135. You know, it was a guy named Henry Armstrong that used to do amazing shit, go up and down in weights and stuff like that. You know, so we're thinking about a lot of shit, man.
Y'all ain't gonna fight Boots, man.
Nigga, who you talking to? Dev will fight anybody. I call him Superman. Nigga, you talking about? You trying to bring
Boot.
up Boots like you scaring somebody or something, nigga.
I'm just
We know. I
saying
know. We know Boots.
you can't
We know
say
Boots from the amateur.
47
We
no
know Boots.
more. Like that's his land now.
Listen, when we were fighting, when we were coming up, it would be one would be at whatever 130. One, you know, Boots was at 132 when Dev was at 125. You know what I'm saying? And
So
Shakur was
what?
at
What about when Boots was
119. You
at
know what I'm saying?
40? What about when Boots was at 40? Was Dev still in the amateurs?
No, when Boots was at 40, Dev was at 32.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
So they ain't never
So
worked
when I
in the
say
Olympic Center or nothing like that? Nowhere?
no, no,
Mm.
no,
What
they
you think
haven't
he
worked. But
rehydrating
what I'm
to on
saying is,
fight night? What you think he rehydrating to on fight night, Boots?
who Boots? Oh, Boots a big boy now. Boots a big boy. You know what I'm saying? That Boots ain't nothing. We ain't talking about no motherfucking Boots right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
But
you
the
said
thing
you
about
might
it
go
is,
to 47.
okay, listen, I'm saying this, but I didn't say Boots. Right, Boots next. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
God damn.
How much you think he
You
weigh
know,
though on fight night?
but shit, Boots a big boy, a big healthy youngster, man. You know what I'm
Give me a
saying?
number,
He ain't,
Bill.
oh no, I'm not. No, I can't do that inside that
Okay.
weight class. I could do the weight class of the smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that with him. But what I'm saying is though, he's always been super talented, super strong, fast. You know, he got all of the shit. But the thing about it is that they might not give him the opportunity. And when that time comes and Dev is big, like Dev is, you see what I'm saying? Then I don't know. I can't say that we would not give Boots an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like because he's 47 and Dev, he sparred with niggas that's 47. He's you know what I mean? So it's relative, you know what I mean? And it's in our distant future to talk about because ain't nobody else talking about him. Just like Shakur, bad motor scooter. Nobody else pull up, give him no kind of offer, do nothing. Tank, nobody. I'll take that back because we got people that we pull up on about Tank. Lomachenko was talking about Tank. We pulled up on Lomachenko. About Gary Russell was talking about Tank. We pulled up on Gary Russell. Regis Prograis was talking about Tank. We pulled up on Regis. It's kind of like they shouldn't even worry about fighting us. They should send us some money for all this protection and all this shit that we've been doing for them. They don't even need to fight us because we whooping all the niggas that's running after them, that's chasing them. You see what I'm saying? So it's not Mayweather protection. It's not PBC protection. It's the DHP protection program. Because anybody that say shit to Tank, we getting their ass.
You ain't fight Tevin yet. Give my man Tevin an opportunity. But listen,
Tevin sounds too close to Devin. I'm not gonna let you get me into it with Tevin out of that motherfucking no other than you know,
Philly.
Tevin is from DC, not DC,
Philly.
Philly, Philly.
I'm just
I know
saying
you're
he
on the
was
East
one of the
Coast.
first
I know you're on the East
ones
Coast.
stalking Tank. That's all.
At 30
Hey,
though.
listen,
I'm just
no, no,
saying he
no,
was
no,
one of the
no. I
first.
got
If you gonna say
listen.
you the protection plan, he was the first one on
Okay,
Tank
I
in that.
listen. Okay, I got the DMs with me talking to Tevin and me pulling up on Tevin and letting him know that just settle down. Just
Oh,
settle down
wait a
and
minute.
everything
Let me
gonna be
make sure
cool.
Tevin
Let's,
knows
let's,
about this. You told Tevin to settle down.
just be cool unless he want. Listen, but let me tell you one thing about Tevin. It sounds like Devin that Tevin always gives Devin his props and say, "Listen, that young bull can go. Let him go." So I wanted to make sure that Tevin, if he wanted an opportunity, right, at Devin, that we wasn't gonna sidestep him. But if I wasn't gonna drag him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna drag nobody that's keeping it real with me. Tevin always kept it real. So I'm not dragging Tevin at all. You know what I'm saying?
Not for sure.
But to say that Tevin want to say that Tevin had an opportunity and we didn't give him an opportunity. Tevin definitely had an opportunity, but that wasn't the opportunity that he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, so he
But I'm
was
not gonna
offered a
come on.
fight. He was offered a fight to move up from 30 to 35.
Yes, he was. He was definitely. We were with Matchroom at the same time, and this is when he was Mr. 500,000. You know what I'm saying? So we walked in the door. You know what I mean? We walked in the door asking for. He was getting six figures, and we came in the door seven figures, the seven-figure man. But when you come through the door like that, you got to come through fighting, man. You can't go over to a company and they paying a guy 500,000 a fight. And you come in and say you want seven figures and you ain't willing to fight him. You can't go to top rank and then say, you know what I mean, I want seven figures and I want it three different times and you don't want to fight their best fighter. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can miss me with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I told you Devin is the best fighter in the world at 25.
Brandon in Houston, when when viewing the Shakur Stevenson De Los Santos fight, how much blame should be placed on Edwin De Los Santos for the fight we got on Thursday?
Um, you can't blame at that point in time. Neither is champion. Both are challengers. So you're expecting both of them to come and bring it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fighting for a vacant belt, right? You got to show that you want it, right? So there are things that I know with De Los Santos that he could have done. There's things with Shakur that I know that he could have done. One of the first things would be letting that left hand go under the lights. You can't get on this stage. And I told him, I said, listen, it could be a little bit of development there, issues, right? Instead of it being that you're saying that you're hurt. You know what I mean? What he said was correct is that he's going to take a step back, go to the drawing board. Shit, he only has 21 fights with 10 knockouts. So, right, and being young, he's going to go back to the drawing board. These other fighters that when you're on the fast track, right? You're fighting the 35 to 34-year-olds, these champions, right? And as you're coming up the ladder, everybody's like, oh, they're old. Until you see another young guy go and try to do the same and duplicate the program. Not any guy can do it. What's been described as Devin is every 25 years. Every 15, 20 years, you have a fighter that comes along that can handle anything that you put in front of them inside that square circle.
I got Jay from Brooklyn. Why not take the Bud fight away from Tank? You win that, you would truly have the keys.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Well, there you go. You talked about Jerron. Now they want you to fight Crawford.
Listen, that's all. Like Crawford and Devin have talked about that. When Devin gets there, Crawford will be gone. He will be retired by the time we get there and get to that point where the fight would be or anything like that. Crawford would be an old man. You know what I'm saying? So let's rule Crawford out of the shit. Right? I gave Boots by them being close his grams that you enter around that division and you the money man, right? And you don't give that wonderful team, the Enos team out of Philly, an opportunity. You don't give the Gillies and the Wallows an opportunity, right? You don't give Philly the opportunity, right? So That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Devin is looking to be on the Mount Rushmore of boxing, so we don't really bar none.
I got Stefan. Will you challenge the IBF 140-pound champion, Sabril Martis?
Oh, shout out to no other than Sabril Monteith, another guy. Nobody is looking for, nobody is asking, but inshallah, he's Devin's victorious against Regis Prograis on December the 9th. We call out a name like Sabril Monteith. Everybody, a lot of people don't know him. We know that he's having trouble getting fights. But shout out to all them guys, man. Listen, once you know the 140-pound division was charcoal. When Devin showed up, he was the lighter fluid. You know what I mean? And now it's on fire. You know, so all those fights make for great fights. We'll see how the business gets handled. But it's like I said, it's in or around the division. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
and when
gonna
I say
have
that, I
him.
say, listen, I say a fighter like when I say the 40. So he's a 40-pound champion, and the young bull is talking crazy, and he's talking about getting his feet wet at 47, and Keith Thurman can't get a fight. Then you know what I mean, Keith, come on, man, you've been raising your hand, you've been talking this shit. Come on, Keith, you see what I'm saying? Right? That's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Building
Wait,
up another world champion.
you ain't you what? Are you saying that you would
I'm
challenge
saying
Keith
this
Thurman
before.
next?
Yeah, I'm saying it would be a Keith Thurman to me before it was a Boots. It would be a Keith Thurman before it was a Crawford to me.
Okay, I like Keith Thurman fight. I
I
mean,
like.
that's
I
gonna
know. I
be a
like.
boxing
Listen, I like
match.
all. Look, no, I like all them guys, bro. I don't take that away from him. And we need good or great guys to make Devin special. So he is special to for him to show how special he is. Ness, you see what I mean? But these names, everybody be scared to say them, man. They don't want to. They don't want to say them, dog.
I
Listen,
mean,
the
Boots
only reason
certainly
they
been
said,
saying Keith Thurman's name. The thing is, some of these names, they gotta want you.
no, but aren't we bigger than Keith Thurman? What are you talking about? Way bigger. Way bigger. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman would need us. You know what I'm saying? Listen, ain't no mistake. I think what
But
Keith
no,
Thurman
that's what
says
he's
is
saying.
that, that
That's what he's saying. That Boots been calling Keith's name, but Keith hasn't wanted Boots.
but he says he doesn't want Boots because Boots' name is not big enough, right? That's Keith's,
And
not
you're
excuse. That's
saying,
Keith's reason.
you believe Keith would believe Devin's name is big enough.
If he didn't, is he crazy or what? I mean, I'm just asking. He would be crazy, right? Right? Listen. I'm
Nah, I ain't gonna
doing a
front.
favor
I ain't gonna
to
front.
Keith.
If you could beat
I'm doing.
Regis,
I'm
if
doing
Devin
Keith
could
a
beat
favor. I'm
Regis
doing.
in
Yeah.
a dominant fashion, I wouldn't mind that Keith pay-per-view next.
And I'm mentioning his name. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
some
like,
good
where,
matchmaking,
where,
bruh.
well, listen. Shout out to Ness because me and you do it in the back. You know, in the back room.
That's
You know what I'm
that's
saying? We
not a
just happen
bad
to be doing
fight.
it right now, right? So, but December the 9th is where we at, man. We cannot look past this guy. We know that it's a bright future for Devin. We know that a legendary future. We know everything is on the other side of no other than Regis Prograis. It's on the other side, Ness. We got to go back through the fire, Ness. On December the 9th, we got to go through the fire in front of the people, Ness, and go get it. And go relieve him of that WBC strap.
Well, Bill, I
All
still
right?
got more if you're not
Well,
ready to
Ness,
go.
no. Listen.
I
I
got
want to
like
let
three
you get
more.
back to the. No. But I'm saying is we got to still leave some time for the Jose Benavidez and Earl Spence sparring
you
session.
you be trolling. I got you, Bill. No
All right,
worries.
come on with it. Come on with it,
All
Ness.
right, we got Rod in LA that
I
says,
can't leave the boxing voice.
what are your thoughts on Shakur releasing the DMs between you and him? Also, will you and Devin work with Ben Davison again?
we always work with Ben Davison, whether it be from at close distance or from afar. That Ben Davison, you know what I mean, over there, man. He's a brilliant mind, brilliant young mind. He's fast, he's fast on his feet, and he's also fast when it comes to thinking. So Allah knows best, and of course, if we got even close to the UK, we're gonna stop by there and say hello to Ben. Ben continues to send in fight tapes and analyzing the fights and stuff like that. It's almost like tradition. I mean, certain things for us are tradition. Going to wild card, going to wild card and sparring anybody that Freddie has, anybody that Freddie calls, because in Los Angeles, the wild card gym represents that grit and that grind right downstairs in that bottom down there. So it took a village for us to get here. To all the professors and everyone, and like I said, Ben Davis and Freddie Rowe just off the top of my head, Yoel Judah, Floyd Sr., Eddie Mustafa, Billy Giles out of New York, such an underrated trainer. He had Hector Camacho, you know what I mean? And he taught us that it's not always what you can give, but it's what you can take. And in those times, under the lights, you can be giving it to a joker, but you got to be able to take it. And the Ray Robinsons, the Ali's, those guys was able to take it. You know what I mean? And I think Devin has shown that you got to fight back. You get hit with them big shots. You get those late surges or rallies from a Hall of Famer like Lomachenko. You got to bite down, and that came from a guy out of New York, Billy Giles. We always think about that. So it took a village. When you talk about Ben Davis and a lot of guys that I always think about, but aren't mentioning. You know what I mean? For us to get to this point, for them to share their game. Ben, he was here on a fight with, I forgot who it was, but Ben came up with an open book.
Fury,
He came
right?
up with huh?
Was he here with Fury?
Yeah, he was here with Fury. He was here with Fury, and he came in, and he just was an open book. He said, "This is what I do. This is the way I think. This is my mind on that, my theory on that, and let us apply it where we saw fit. You know what I mean? And to all the other professors that have done the same. You know what I mean? We got it, baby. You know what I mean? We got it. You know what I mean? We appreciate it. It just sunk in. It took 14, 15 years to get here. You know what I'm saying? No, we said, okay, Devin 25. He started at 8, 10,
17.
shit, 17 years. Yeah, 17 years. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, I didn't just make this shit up. I had the vision that Dev would be there, but we had some tremendous help along the way that we learned a lot from.
I got Mr. Mac. Bryant McFreezy in Seattle. What's good with it though, Billy? What the fuck, Billy? Who's going to be
Hey,
walking
no, no, no,
Devin
no.
out on
Listen,
the?
no. They come. Hold on, because they listen. That was my nickname. That was my
Okay.
nickname when I was coming up. I was growing up. It was Billy. It was Billy, right? It was Billy, right? My name is William. My friends call me Bill. You know what I'm saying? And then it was Billy when I was young. And then as I got older, guys would make jokes and they would try to call me Billy, and then it turned into Billy the Kid. Anytime you say, now if you do the story on Billy the Kid, so if you're saying it with disrespect, it might be brought back with disrespect. But if you're saying it with love, like you remember when I was a little boy, right, and it was Billy, then it's fine. So, but what was the question? That's
Yeah, I think it was with love because he goes on to say, who's going to be walking Devin out on fight night since you guys back in the Bay bring E40 out?
absolutely no. I appreciate the question. I was just joking around, but yeah, no. Whoever Devin is scheduling to bring out, because it's not just the Bay and because we know that a lot of people perform. If you're local and you're from the Bay, you you perform a lot. But sometimes it's good to bring in somebody else to make the show lit and say, oh, well, we got a chance to see little boy, we got a chance to see such and such walk out. So it'll be a surprise. Whoever he brings out, you know what I mean? It'll be a treat for the people. And I actually right now I don't even know who it is.
And I think the last one is two more. It's Rack Ray. Shout out Bill from Detroit. Dev ever got some work in that crunk gym when he was younger?
Hell yeah, yeah. Listen, we done worked with Sugar Hill at the Crunk Gym
You missed
when
it.
Dev
Yes,
was.
you missed him yesterday. He was he. It was funny that that person asked that because Sugar Hill was actually at the gym, and you know
Oh yeah, I missed him. I
they
just missed
they
it.
went
Yeah,
down.
Sugar Hill.
Devin and him went down memory lane a little bit. So
Man, listen, man. Shout! I told you, it's so we've learned from the greats in the game. You know what I mean? And man, I don't even know if any other sport has done the same or what sport does that. You know what I mean? Because we were embraced by the professors like early. Like Dev was touted as being a boxing prodigy early. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you got to understand that people they want a great coach in Sugar Hill to be in the ring in the corner with Dev, right? But then it's what Devin knows sometime to close up, like Floyd Mayweather Sr. and or he might say, come, he's bringing that hook back good, like Eddie Mustafa. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, you looking on sides like Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? So or he said crossing the bridge like Roy, but we've met so many guys, dog, so many good guys, man. And I like you know what I'm saying, Sugar Hill. I didn't think of Sugar Hill till you brought him up. You know what I mean? That's why I always say to all the guys, even if I forget their name, man, I love and I appreciate you guys.
And I think that's it, Bill. We do appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I
Optimus
appreciate you
Prime,
guys.
last one. Michael from Long Island, your son fight isn't until 2 weeks. Can we get a prediction on this week's fight with Benavidez versus Andre?
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a fight. You got the monster coming in, and listen, he got bad intentions on his mind for Boo Boo Andrade. Andrade, of course, he has all his hopes, all his dreams, everything, all in this one fight. He's been told to people that they've been down on him, and now it's time for him to get crowned. It's going to be a hell of a fight. It's a fight that I view as a true 50-50 fight based on that grit and that grind that Andrade has. He has that Massachusetts on his back. He's
Rhode
their
Island.
guy. Rhode Island, yeah. He's their guy, Rhode Island. There's no other guy other than him. So he has the pressure of the world. But I think he can live up to it. But you're going to get a whole lot of resistance out of that Mexican monster that started when he was 15, 16 years old when he turned pro. He's been a pro for forever, right? We followed a blueprint. He turned pro as a teenager, and I watched the story. I talked to his dad. His dad then didn't been, has helped me out in those stages, having those confidence early on when your kid is a teenager and he's in there with a man. Uh, Benavidez has been tested, and it's going to be a hell of a fight, man.
Bill, this one is just showing you love, so I want you to hear it. MD says, just wanted to acknowledge that having an intelligent father that understands not only the boxing game, but the game of life needs to be commended. Keep up the excellent work with the champ and your other children.
Absolutely, man, and bless all of you guys and your family, man. I appreciate all the love and support. December the 9th is going to be a treat. We're not going to let you down. Devin Haney is coming to fight.
Bill, we appreciate you. I hope you and the family have a good Thanksgiving,
Hey,
and we'll
hey,
be
bless
speaking
you. Listen,
soon.
let me tell you. Well, bless you, brother. We have a beautiful Thanksgiving every day. Thanksgiving is every day in the Haney's household. You know what I mean? It's alhamdulillah that we're here, man. That we're breathing and we are a family, no matter how much that we have or we don't have. That's the beauty in being one of God's chosen ones, is that you can keep this smile throughout the rain and the pain. You know what I mean?
I wasn't going to slide this one in, but obviously with the Thanksgiving talk, Tip Bella says, Bill, happy Thanksgiving, and will you be giving back to the community again this year at the liquor store Senior was supposedly at? Remember you did your little
Absolutely. Listen,
skit.
I could never let the people down. The tank fund is accruing interest by the day, by the week, by the year. Of course, we're going to have Thanksgiving blessings coming. Right now it's kind of hectic. Because we got to fight. We got to fight, and I want to go out and I want to touch the people, but I also want to keep Devin safe. Let's see what we can do, Ness. Give me some ideas, and maybe we can do it remote or virtually.
Not name, last one I promise. Like you can answer and then hang up. Not name Shakur, not name Devin, not name T.O., Sabril, Ryan. Those fights are not on the table. Outside of Thurman, what other things you got cooking?
You know what? The thing is that Devin's his profile, his popularity is continuing growing. A lot of times we're not able to reach agreements with promoters and networks because of Devin's trajectory, that he's growing at a pace that's unpredictable. We're not able to predict what and when Devin comes away from this fight, how big he's going to be and what the next demand or the next fight. So I reserve the opportunity. Those guys that I talked about, right? Are realistic possibilities. But we're no suckers, no chumps, no punks. We don't represent none of that. We ain't on our knees. We doing good business. And guess what? And if you scared, go to church. You know what I'm saying? Listen, leave us alone. I told you, I said Devin is the best fighter in the world, and we don't need nobody to prove it. You know what I mean? No, we'll continue proving it with the people that's available, just raising their hand. And if you ain't raising your hand, then you just talking. So a lot of that bullshit, those bullshit narratives about how business can't work, man, run the business back the way that you ran the business the last time. You know what I mean? Just run it back, man. You see, and this narrative about these and when I say niggas, I mean dumb niggas, like dumb black folks, not intelligent Negroes or not intelligent black folks. I'm talking about dumb niggas. They want to set us back to the horse and buggy days about this shit, instead of saying that we have a father and a son that have the ability to go direct to consumer. Don't go direct to consumer. So you guys and us, we touch each other. I know what you want to see. You know what we want to. I know what you want to see, and we can give you what you want to see, being that the two fighters agree. That's direct to consumer. So all this behind the scenes, we ain't getting along, we don't know how to do business, boxing is dead. Who you think is creating that narrative? It's not us. Boxing is alive. And two brothers on December the 9th is going to get together. Nobody said that they wanted to see him. Nope, but 12,000 people. The lower bowl is sold out. So that'll show you what the fake narratives that people create. We got to step up. We can't step back to the bullshit. We got to step up. And as a people. And with this boxing voice, man, Ness and Ring Walk, you guys are doing a hell of a job. Keep doing what you're doing. And the
Tevin
only way I'm going to
responded.
pull up today is if. Okay.
Tevin responded. He kept it clean though, because obviously I ain't say Bill said. So he's like, nah, how did that make sense? I was never in the same weight class with Devin. I never even looked at Devin because of our relationship that we had
Absolutely.
with
And
him and with his pops. That is not true. Hell no. So
no, listen, and
his
that's what I
team
said.
never. He says he never received an offer.
No, no, absolutely. And I did not say offer. I did not drag him. I said the opportunity, if he wanted to move up, was there. You know what I mean? That we would not, because of our relationship with him, deny him an opportunity, be cool with him, and then say that, we're not going to do it. Now, Jermaine Ortiz or whoever, you know what I'm saying? That boxing, when you get in that boxing, when you get up under them lights, it's just you and your opponent. You know what I mean? So to say that we wouldn't have did it with Tevin would have been wrong. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. That's how much respect that I got from him. And no, he didn't turn nothing down, or no, he didn't. You know what I mean? But I made sure that I let him know that that Devin's available if he needed him.
All right, Bill, that is it.
All right.
Appreciate you. Thank you,
Absolutely
man.
appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Haney. Always good to get him to drop on.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content, or right here on our YouTube members.